Well, hello, Funky Doodler world. We are back with the Funky Doodlers. I have got a request today for a giraffe. Now that I've been talking about drawing lots of circles and squares, well, how do you draw a long giraffe? Well, we're going to get into it. So get your pen, get your paper, get whatever you want to draw with, and let's draw a giraffe. Are you ready? Okay, Funky Doodlers, we are back. My name's Kieran Siemens, and I'm going to do some giraffe drawings. Right. So the whole thing about drawing a giraffe, if we do on our sketchy pad first, is that we are going to have a problem because from what people have been saying is that if I draw a giraffe, I have to draw like 500 circles to go all the way down to do a big long neck. Well, that's one way of doing it. Or you could change the shape. You could think about changing your shape. And maybe you could do one triangle. And you could stretch that triangle up to be a very long, thin triangle. And that's what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about if I was to do it, I might change over and get a long triangle. Right, so don't forget you can go and get yourself a nice Funky Doodler t-shirt or a nice Funky Doodler mug. Where's my mug? There's my mug. Look at that. Go and get yourself a nice Funky Doodler mug. Keep yourself happy. Right, so I'm going to draw a very long triangle. Like that. And I'm going to make it a very thin triangle. Look at that. And I'm going to make it just bend a little bit at the end. Look at that big bendy triangle. And that's my shape for his whole body and his neck. I've changed it from a circle, which might give you some difficulties, over to being a triangle. And the head, I'm also starting to think about what kind of shape would I do for her. Now, let's have a think about shapes. Could we do a giraffe that's a nice kind of long, kind of thin shape like that? And we could put some eyes in here. There's a nice big round eyes there. And we could give him a little tongue. So we could do a very nice square one. We could give him some like big kind of triangle-y ears. And we give him his little horns, because giraffes have got these long, thin horns. Now that would look really, really nice. Or we could change the shape again. And what we could do is we could try and do something that's a little bit more giraffe face shape. And we could give him a little bit more of a kind of a diamond shape. Like that. And we could give him a little black nose. And we could give him a round eyes. Like that. And we could give him his little tongue, which is always quite funny for a giraffe, because they always seem to have their tongue sticking out. And then we could stick our diamond-shaped ears. A diamond shape. Look at that. I'm sure you can draw a diamond shape. Do a little line in the middle. And then you can put his little horns. Like that. Give him some eyebrows. And you've got your giraffe. And I think that head would look fantastic drawn on top of that big triangle body. So, we're going to give him a long wobbly tail. Put some little hairs on the end, like that. And we're going to give him some long legs. Like that. Doesn't matter if they're not the same size. And we can give him some little black feet. And there we have our giraffe. Now if you can imagine drawing the head on there, a nice big diamond shape. Like that. Giving him his tongue. Giving him his ears. Giving him his horns. And again, you can put a little black ends to the horns too. And there we have our giraffe. Now all we need to do is add our big kind of crazy pattern on there, and you can draw whatever pattern you want. You can draw spots or you can draw squares. I'm just drawing kind of square type shapes. Maybe throw a triangle in there whenever I need. And you can see that you can draw your giraffe very, very quickly. And it has a lovely, and the fact that the neck is getting thinner and thinner towards the top makes it look like it's in perspective, that it's looking like he's extremely tall. So that is our giraffe for today. Now I'm going to try and draw one down and try and see how I can get on with drawing a big giraffe on a big piece of paper. Let's see how that looks. Let's put him over there. Can I put him over there? Right, so I'm going to get some ink and I'm going to draw a very big giraffe with my pen. Doesn't matter what pen you draw with. You can draw one with an end like that, or you can do a pencil, or you can draw with one of these kind of brush pens, whatever you wish to draw with, okay? And we are going to start off with a well, let's start off with the head, because that would be fun, wouldn't it? Let's start off with the head, and we're going to do a nice kind of big triangle shape. And I'm going to give him some little tuft of hair. Do you remember what we talked about with hair? We try and drew the hair a little bit like one short, one long, and then one thin, like that. And it gives us a nice kind of Disney style to it. One short, one nice and fat, and then one long and thin. And then we're going to draw the other side of his head. And then we're going to draw this long kind of triangle shape. Let's put that down here. So that long kind of triangle, diamond shape almost. We're going to give him a long face. Look at that. And a long thin face looks quite lovely for a giraffe. And I'm going to give him some little nostrils, just like little triangles on the end of a big black nose. Look at that. So that already gives us a giraffe type of feeling already by having that long, elegant face. And we're going to draw some little diamond earrings. Diamond ears, not diamond earrings. No, we could give him diamond earrings too. Let's give him some diamond shaped ears, like that. And his ears don't have to be the same. In fact, my ears aren't the same. But that's okay. We're happy with that, aren't we? We're very happy with that. And then we're going to draw two big ovals, big kind of egg shapes for his eyes. There's one there, and there's another one there. And that gives us a beautiful giraffe. And let's draw his eyes looking that way. And that space is looking a bit big, so I'm going to give him some eyelids as well. And that's just drawing a line across the middle of the eye. Okay? And I'm going to give him some eyebrows. You remember how to draw like a C-shape eyebrow? There's a nice kind of C shape. Right, what's missing? Tongue. Let's give him a nice funny tongue hanging out. There we go. And then underneath the eyes, I'm just going to give him a couple of little lines just to kind of make him look, just add to his character. And then the giraffe has got these horns, like they're not like a goat's horns. They don't go into a point. They're not going to hurt you. They're kind of like big fat fingers. So let's just think about them as long, thin squares, okay? Or rectangles. There's one there. And there's another one there. I'm just going to make a little bit black at the end. Like that. So there already. In fact, you know what would be really nice? Let's add a little smile. So that he looks like that. And we just under his eyes, let's just do a little C shape. And another little C shape on top. Now doesn't that look fantastic already? Now, we're going to add our long big triangle. So I'm going to have to move this away for a minute. Okay, so that's, oh, where is it? There it is. There's your giraffe. That's what we're doing. You have to put that over on the side for a minute. And we're going to draw our triangle, our long, thin triangle. Now make sure you leave enough space there for his legs, okay? And we're going to do a very thin type of triangle. Like that. And then we're going to get thicker as we go to the bottom. And we're going to draw a space there for his legs. And you can see I'm leaving a little space there so I can draw his legs, okay? And it's okay if you don't do that. I'm going to draw a nice kind of big winding tail like that. And on top, I'm going to give some nice little hair, which is just like ja 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 with your pencil or your pen or whatever you have. And already it's starting to take that magical shape of a giraffe, which I'm really pleased about. So, now we need some long kind of sausage shapes for his legs, okay? Now let's get his legs coming all the way down. And I make a little bit square at the bottom. But I'm going to keep it nice and thin. And there's another leg coming down, keeping it nice and thin. And here again at the back we're going to draw the other legs, keeping that long, thin leg. And it's okay if all the legs are not the same size. We can call it our wonky giraffe, can't we? Now at the end of the feet I'm going to put little black, so it looks like he's kind of got shoes on. Like that. So there we have a wonderful shape for our giraffe. Already very, very simple, very, very quick. And what we're going to do is we're going to start putting some spots on, okay? Now, usually a giraffe's kind of got quite square type of spots, but it would be okay if we did some round spots. And since on this one, I did some square kind of spots, I'm going to add some round spots, just to change it up a little bit, okay? But you can draw it square if you want. And I'm going to go around and I'm going to draw some big. Make sure you draw all the circles, some big and some small and some very big, like that one there, and then some little ones, just so that it all looks so different, okay? And make sure you put them on his tail as well. Do some little spots. And on his legs, don't forget to do his legs as well. You can do lots of spots on his legs. And it's going to take you a little bit of time to draw all these spots, so don't worry about it. You take your time. And if I go a little bit too fast, you can always run the video back and run it forward. You can watch it as many times as you want to draw your giraffe. And each time you draw your giraffe, you can do some spots, and maybe you can do triangles next time, and maybe some squares, and maybe even some stars or something like that, you know, just to make your giraffe look different and special. And there we have a very lovely spotty giraffe. I really like that. Let's get in and draw some more spots. Lots of nice spots. Some big, some small, some very small. But it still looks like a beautiful giraffe, doesn't it? There's a nice big spot there. So there you have a very simple way to draw a giraffe. Now there's one thing I've kind of noticed, that usually they have some hair on their neck, so I'm going to add that in a minute. And there's all my spots. I'm going to put a few on his face too. just so that it looks even more like a giraffe. That is beautiful. I love that. I really like my giraffe. And I'm going to do some little hair like this all the way down his neck, because giraffes have hair on their neck. And there we have today's drawing. In a very quick time we have drawn a beautiful, very elegant giraffe. And remember that you can do lots of different variations with your shapes. If you want to make your face a little bit square, you can do a nice square faced giraffe or rectangle faced giraffe. Let's do an example here where we could draw a very long kind of nose. And again, I'm just going to give him some black shading into the end of his nose. And if you want, you can do some little nostrils just to kind of make him have a better character. And we're going to draw some nice big eyes, because giraffes have got very big eyes. In fact, we could even do some little lines. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And I could make it into a lady giraffe, couldn't we? Oh, I'm sorry about my computer making a lot of noise today. And we can give her some long kind of ears like that shape. And we could give her some nice kind of curly hair, couldn't we? We've learnt about drawing curly hair, just to make our giraffe look a little bit different. And then we draw the horns on. So you can see by just changing the shape, we've changed a kind of diamond shape to a square rectangle type shape, and we already have a different giraffe. Adding some of those spots onto the face. And we have a beautiful lady giraffe. And once you start to get very adventurous, you know that you could draw your neck being like a long kind of wobbly neck like that if you want. And you draw a long wobbly neck like that. And then at the bottom you could try and draw a big kind of round body like that. So already you're starting to have so many different possibilities with your character just by changing the shape. So today you've learned how to draw a rectangle faced giraffe, and you've also learned how to draw a diamond shaped giraffe. And you've learned how to draw a man giraffe and a lady giraffe. You've got a wobbly necked giraffe with a round body, and you've got a kind of triangle shaped body. So hopefully I'm going to see some of your giraffe drawings up on the FUNKi Doodler. Hashtag FUNKi Doodler. And you can post them up on Instagram, and I can see all your drawings going up on there. And that is great for me then to see how your progress is and see how your drawings are. And then everybody in the FUNKi Doodler Club, the FUNKi Doodler Club, everybody can then see all your drawings all up in like a little gallery, and I think it would be beautiful for everybody. So thank you very much for coming. How did you do today? Did you do kind of squishy banana? Was it like or was it kind of like cool pizza? Were you kind of feeling quite good about it? Or were you absolute funky chicken and you were absolutely amazing? So I would love to know, how did you do today? Send me a comment, post up a comment and tell me, how did you do today? Was there anything that you didn't understand? If there isn't anything that you could run back and watch the video again, please do. And if there's any questions, send me a question. All right? And I'll see you back here again very, very soon. Bye bye.